What's up, guys? How you doing? Matthew here with another low budget Money and Mirth. It's been a while, right? The market has been dead boring, but things are picking up again, which is awesome. Is Bitcoin launching? Well, maybe we should switch this picture over because actually it looks more like it's going to be an Ethereum bonanza. Now, if you remember, I warned you about this 2 months ago. I put out a video on YouTube saying, hey, look, Ethereum's about to explode. And I ran through all the reasons why. Looking at some different charts, also giving you the buy zone of around $3,000, which, if you'd followed along with that, would have worked out beautifully. So let's take a look at some of the news and work out how did we get to this position. Well, basically, you can see here that Mark Cuban, this is back on May 13, a week or two ago, Mark Cuban saying, hey, Gary Gensler is trying to destroy crypto with impossible registration rules and regulations. And that's been the narrative, right? The narrative's been that Gary Gensler and the SEC are trying to destroy Ripple. Now they're coming for Ethereum and so on and so on. It's been a big shakeout to spook people out of the markets. Now, rolling on though, suddenly, like magic wand as usual, what changes? Well, we suddenly start seeing news here that there's going to be a big vote and Congress are looking at basically taking the SEC out of the picture entirely. So if we scroll down here, we can see that lawmakers are going to vote on the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act. So the idea here is that it would promote the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the CTFC, to a major crypto regulator and carve out which areas of the Bitcoin and crypto market are overseen by the SEC. So basically, much more clarity will come. And this kind of a situation might finally mean that we can move on and say, okay, crypto is not a security. Maybe there's been some shenanigans that won't happen again in the future, some naughty like ICO scams and all the rest of it. But in general, maybe we're now going to get that green light. So that's a massive, massive pivot. And moving on from there, the bottom line is the news now is that, again, suddenly Magic Wand style, the SEC signals a possible approval of the anticipated Ethereum spot ETF. So why on earth do you think Ethereum is exploding in performance now versus Bitcoin? Well, it's because they've got that Joker card to play now. Bitcoin already played it. So this is that buy the hype, sell the news potential situation, a bit like we saw with Bitcoin. Price pumps in the run up to the launch, and then will Ethereum then kind of go sideways and dump after it's hoovered up a little bit of price action? Let's see, we'll see. But the bottom line is that Ethereum is now suddenly in an amazing spot. And if you remember, I showed you the Ethereum versus Bitcoin charts in the previous video a couple of months ago and spoke about the fact that we'd see a big ETH rally after swiping that low. We swept that low and boom, absolute massive move for Ethereum. I believe it's the biggest move Ethereum's ever had in a single day historically. So yeah, great news for the crypto markets. The other big narrative that is still spinning out there is the BRICS narrative. Now, personally, I don't know what to think of all of this because there's so much market and media manipulation, but it is getting noisier and noisier, and the DXY dollar index is clinging on for dear life to an area where if it does drop a little bit further below the 104 zone, the dollar could capitulate, I think, and continue a longer term downtrend, which will give room for crypto to absolutely explode. Let's wait and see what happens. There is still room for the dollar to suddenly surge back up and give another leg up. So I'm finding it hard at the moment with the dollar to say which way it's going because it's stuck in a bit of a funny space between up and down land. But the thing to keep an eye on really is just all the BRICS history. We can see here that they're saying China is dumping the largest amount of US treasuries in history. I haven't got other news here, but if you search for BRICS, you're going to find a bunch of stuff printed over the last couple of days, talking more and more about how the dollar is becoming less and less used, and more people are joining the BRICS situation. So bottom line is that should be good for Bitcoin, possibly for the wider crypto market as well, as people seek ways to basically park their money away from the dollar as they grow fearful that it will continue to capitulate. Let's see what happens with all of that. I think it's slightly fanciful to dream of the dollar kind of going to zero, but crazier things have happened in the world, and crazier things are happening every day. So you can never rule it out. But that, I think, catches us up on all the crypto madness. I mean, the bottom line is, if you haven't seen the charts, Bitcoin is on its way towards new highs. It's lagging. Oh, my charts are lagging with Loom today. Oh dear. Here we go. So yeah, if you missed this, Bitcoin is already flying on the way back up to making a new all-time high, and we can see the same with Ethereum. It's just Ethereum's done a really big candle here, because for a while it was 10 or 15% lagging behind Bitcoin, something I brought up in our trading community actually, and was saying to people, like, I think there's a big move coming now. And oh boy, did we get it. So bottom line, new all-time highs seem to be on the way for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum seems set to continue to outperform Bitcoin, at least in the short or medium term. After that, let's wait and see. What does it mean for us as traders? Well, it means that everything's going bananas again. And if you're using the profitfarmers.com trading platform, you're going to get access to many more signals showing up, I believe, coming soon. Seems like my entire rig really hates this Loom extension and nothing wants to load. One sec. So yeah, it's been a dry spell. Couple of signals still ongoing. Bitcoin, hopefully it'll hit that second target soon. This is a fresh one that came up 9 hours ago. It's almost hit target one already, so that's great. Basically, once altcoins continue their trend and develop, I'm sure we'll see an explosion of signals. Just got to be patient. Now, the last thing I wanted to share for all of you guys out there that are traders but don't feel like you're good at trading or know how to trade, the good news is that the team behind Profit Farmers Signals have been working hard to develop some new trading indicators. We're going to be focusing on the 15-minute and 4-hour charts. So 15 minutes for people trying to make quick cash day to day, and the 4-hour charts for people who have less time to actively trade and just want to buy once and hold it for a few days and then sell for a big profit. And you can see here, we're trying to keep it nice and simple. The tick or whatever icon we end up using means time to get in. Cross means time to sell. And you can see that it's not going to be perfect. Nothing ever is. But this has been absolutely phenomenal during internal testing, which we're going to carry on doing. And the exciting news is that the current plan is to roll this out publicly on a public beta test with free access to any of you, as long as you join our trading community and are active and giving us feedback and telling us what you think. The idea is that we want to try and figure out a way for everyone to have an easy ride with the crypto run, because the difficulty with trading often is that it's scary and it's emotional. And if you look at this bottom left coin auction, just as an example, nobody in their right mind would usually want to buy in this area, because there'd be no real, it's scary to buy basically right here. It doesn't make that much sense. But if you have an indicator that you can trust, then suddenly you can pick up these kind of moves where you're jumping in on a trend. And that's a 17% move. And that only took 17 hours. And this is not me cherry picking. I could pick pretty much any coin out of the entire list that I have here, hundreds of them. And this indicator is doing a great job of picking them up time after time, time after time. There's just a few here that I've been watching. And you can also see here that it picks up the moves on the total market cap charts for altcoins and the total market cap in general, which gives you a nice weather gauge of whether you should be in and trading or whether you should be sitting out and waiting to see what happens. So I'm pretty excited about this. I can't give you an exact timeline on when we'll be launching this, but what I'd say is check the description down below. I'm going to put a link to Money and Mirth's Discord server. And if you want to join our community in there, start hanging out and chatting, we can start getting ready for the public launch of this. And as I say, we'll do this for free to give everyone a chance to make some money from this bull run. And once we're all satisfied that it's working well enough, we'll have to take it from there. Maybe we can do a special deal for everyone that's helped us out on the beta testing. All right, so that's it from me. I'm going to wrap this episode up and catch you all in the community. If you do want to join, again, check the links down below. And if you're looking for trading signals that are already there, already usable, go to profitfarmers.com, the place I just showed you. You can have a free account to test it out. And if you want to take a trial period, that's still available for 21 days, $21. check it out, see if you think it's a good fit for you. And if not, still join us in the community and get ready to try out this indicator if you prefer this style of trading instead. All right, see you guys around. Bye-bye now.